Today we're going to talk about some tips for using TradingView. So we'll go through these 10 tips. You may find them interesting, you may already know about them, or you may learn something new and it may really help change your process. So let's get started. The first tip is log scale charts. This is a big one. At the bottom right of your chart, there's a little button that says log, and if you click this button, it will toggle log scale on and it will light up in this blue color. If you click it again, it will now go back to gray and you've toggled it off. Log scale charts are so important for analyzing longer term time frames. And as an example, you'll really see it on this chart where we zoom out here and we see a chart from 2016 and all the way up until today in 2021. And you can see that the price scale is fixed. It's just increasing by a fixed amount at each point in time. It has no regard for percentage change. But watch this. When we click log, it now adjusts the price scale for percentage change, the distance from one number to the next, and it just shows a more realistic representation of price increase because it's not always about a fixed dollar change. It's sometimes more about the percentage change. So look how great this difference is. It's the same exact chart. We're just adjusting the price scale. So log is on, now log is off, log is on, log is off. And that is a really important tip for the long-term time frames. Master this. It just will really help you think differently about price action over long periods of time, and it will also sort of smooth out the chart. It'll actually show more information by not compressing price so much over these longer periods. So you can see it's fairly compressed here, and when you turn log on, you kind of get now a more realistic picture of what type of move was really happening. Let's go back to our notes just to make sure that we cover each topic and tip. So we've done log scale charts. We can cross this off. Next up, number 2, candles previous close. This is a really helpful tip for those who use candlestick charts. We're going to zoom in here to really show it to you. So candlestick charts goes back hundreds of years. A Japanese rice trader used candlesticks to chart prices of rice. And as you can see, a candlestick will show you the high with these wicks, and then the low with the wicks, and then the open and the close is shown by this colored in body. So right now this is green. Why is this candle green? It's because it opened here and the price is currently here. And because it opened this low and traded up this high, the candle's green. It means it's up. It means it's bullish. But a really important tip for all of you candlestick traders is to remember, if you double click on your candlestick chart, there is a box here that says color bars based on previous close. So the colors that you see here are based on the open and where the price is currently. So if the price is above this open, our mouse is just hovering over the open. Now it's up here, you see, so it's green. But if we check this box, it goes red. Why is it red? The reason why this is red now is because we've checked color bars based on previous close. So now what we're doing is we're actually saying if price is below the close of yesterday's price action, keep it red. And in that case, it's below it because this right here is the close right here. And you can start to see where this happened on the chart just by examining that. Now you know, is it below yesterday's close or not? And this isn't important because this type of price action can kind of define a trend in maybe a more powerful way. And what I mean by that is price is rising above its previous close. It's showing strength. It's opening, the new session is opening stronger. And so if you right click, go to settings, it says symbol here, and this is where you can check or uncheck this box and see now it's back to green, this candle. And there's several candles that you can observe on this chart. Let's see what happens. So you can if you watch closely, you'll see several candles flip from green to red or red to green simply because of this checked box right here. So pay close attention over here and watch this. We uncheck it, and you probably saw some candles flip. Really important to keep in mind. One aspect is, this shows that the price is rising today, but technically, as you can see, it's still fairly bearish in the short term based on these two red candles here, and it's still below yesterday's price close. Something to keep in mind. Let's zoom back out and go back to our checklist now that we've shown you this. So let's make a nice cross through here, and we're done. Number 3, the next tip is text notes. This is a cool one that's not used often, and it's free and open to everyone on TradingView, by the way. So if you take a look, there's a button that says text notes at the bottom here. If you click this, this is basically your own personal journal. It's a diary, it's a blog, it's whatever you want it to be, and you can leave notes down here and have some fun with it, really, or leave insightful information. Daily market thoughts, for example. This is something that we created recently. Maybe in this text notes area, we want to say, this is our daily markets thoughts blog. And each day we'll come in here and say, great trading day. What did we learn? And we can make some notes. Always respect your stop loss. Let your winners run. So these are, some classic phrases that traders like to say and in markets, but you get the idea. Text notes at the bottom. Click it, and you have a blog now. You have your own personal journal to keep your ideas, your thoughts. It's a place for you to brainstorm, and it will update and save, and you can come back here anytime. So you can see we have several sections here created. We have charts to share, links to read. We haven't fully filled them out yet. Daily journal, charts to watch, daily market thoughts we just showed you, investing ideas, trade ideas. You get the idea. And when you start to have a long list of notes, there's actually a search box here, and that's text notes. So go ahead and give that a try. It's available to all TradingView users right here at the bottom of your chart. Next up is sections. We're going to review sections now. This is the 4th tip of this video. Sections are really cool for your watch list. And by the way, to get to your watch list, it's this button right up here at the top, watch list and details. See that? We click this. Here is our beautiful watch list right in front of us. And sections are actually this text right here. So as you can see, we have industrial stocks, tech stocks, solar stocks, software stocks, miscellaneous. These are sections that anyone can create, and it's pretty easy to do. You're just going to you just would find a place on your chart, right click, and it says add section. So maybe we should just go through a fresh one. Let's see. This one has 42 symbols on it. So let's see here. Let's rename this to sections demo. So this is our sections demonstration. Watch what we do here. We have all of these symbols on this list, and as we scroll down, we've added all of these symbols to our watch list. Let's say we notice there's some Forex pairs here. We want to break them up. Well, we can go ahead and right click, click add section, double click. We could call this Forex, and we can then drag this into the Forex area. We see that there are there's a few cryptocurrencies here, so we could just drag them here. So now we have crypto, 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 crypto. We right click, add section, and now what we can do here is do crypto, enter. We have some stocks here, as you can see, quite a few actually, this whole way up. So let's make this a section too. Right click, add section, we'll write stocks. And there were a few this is more of an ETF, so we'll drag that out of here. This is an index, so we'll drag that out of here too. And now what we can do actually is see this area here. These are ETFs and indexes. We right click, add section, and why don't we write ETFs and indexes? So check it out. We've used sections to break out our watch list and organize it. ETFs and indexes. We have stocks here. If we see any more ETFs, we definitely want to drag them into the proper section. Okay, this is actually an ETF as well. So check it out. ETFs and indexes, individual stocks, crypto, Forex. Pretty cool. And we could continue to organize this as we need. Just remember, right click, add section. It all starts, by the way, right here, your watch list. Click this to open your watch list. You can have as many watch lists as you want. We have a bunch here that we are always experimenting with, building, using them for demos like this. And we even color code some of them with lists. We'll bring that up soon. Let's get back to our notes, though, so we can finish this demonstration and tips video. So that's sections. We can cross this off the list. Number 5, slash for indicators. This is my personal favorite, is pressing slash on your keyboard. So we just pressed slash and look what happened. Our indicators and strategies menu opened up. So if you want to analyze price action, obviously you can go to the top of your chart. It says indicators and strategies and you can click. Fantastic. But if you are a TradingView wizard and you are trying to move faster and you've mastered all your keyboard shortcuts, just click slash and it will open this menu up instantly. So if you're performing analysis in real time, you're moving, you're switching between symbols, you want to add a new indicator, hit slash, then we could just search moving average. We have our moving average, that's the blue line. Or we hit slash, let's do Bollinger Bands. Click to add. Now we've added Bollinger Bands. Slash. We could do volume profile. We have all of these options. We could even go down to the built-in volume profiles, visible range. See how fast we're doing that. Hit slash. You get the idea. Add some candlestick patterns. It just is that fast and that easy. Okay, let's remove these. We hope that you enjoyed that demonstration, and we're going to check that off as number 5. Tips for using TradingView. We really hope this video is helping you out and showing you something new. We've gone through all of these: log scale, candles previous close, text notes, sections for your watch list, and then slash for indicators. Next up is number 6, chart sharing link. Okay, for everyone who runs, say, let's say you trade with friends, or you invest with a group, or you work with other people to study markets, or you want to work with other people to study markets, you can share your live chart. So if we wanted to share this exact chart right here with our text notes here, with this exact time scale, everything about this chart, we want to share this live with a friend, we can simply click this drop down button right here, manage chart layouts, and there's a button that says sharing off. If you turn this on, you will turn sharing on, and if you read carefully, it says everyone with the link can view and copy. So now we can copy the URL to this chart and share it with our friends, and they can follow along as we make updates. So if we were to, so let's actually dive in a little more. Let's add some more. Let's add a Ichimoku, and let's also definitely add volume. Let's add volume to the bottom there. Perfect. Let's hide these. We want to hide our earnings splits and our dividends. Earnings splits, dividends are hidden. So we could share this exact chart now. We'll zoom in. And what we could do here now is, let's say we also want to write something, do an arrow and say, short-term top. Well, now we go up here to this drop-down. We click it. Our sharing's on. We would now copy the link to this chart. So in our URL at the moment, this is the link that we would copy. It's you can't see it, but it's the link to the chart. We just copy it, and we could share this link with our friends, colleagues, social networks, anyone. And when they opened it, they would see exactly this. So this is really, really cool. Turn this on, share it, and they can follow your analysis. They can check in on it daily. They can see what you're up to, how you're making changes, what your notes are, your trend lines, your text notes. You get the idea. And by the way, when you share your layout, and they switch between symbols. So let's say you also had some notes on Apple. They would see your notes as well on Apple. And let's say you made notes on Tesla too. They could see your notes on Tesla. So by sharing your chart layout, you can essentially give your friends, your colleagues, whoever it is who you want to give access to, a real-time way to follow your analysis on any chart. Really cool, really underrated, and not really that widely known, but hopefully you can give this a try, especially if you chart with a group or invest or have friends who love markets. Your whole friend group can hop in and follow along. Let's go back to our Microsoft chart here. We'll zoom out to get back to our notes. Perfect. Why don't we clean this chart up a little? We'll get rid of this Ichimoku for now. And we don't need this anymore. Delete. Chart sharing link number 6. We hope that was helpful. Okay, number 7, fixed range volume profile. This is such a cool tool for people just looking to quickly analyze volume and price action in a specific point in time. So as you can see our mouse here, right here, prediction and measurement tools. So we click and then it says fixed range volume profile. We click again. Now what we're going to do basically is study price and volume at the same time in any area that we're interested in. In this example, look how price was sideways for this entire time. For several months, price went nowhere. Let's study it. We click a starting point, then we click an ending point, and it will instantly give us a volume profile. On our YouTube page, there are tons of volume profiles, by the way, volume profile explainer videos. So this will now show us what price commanded the most volume. We can see here in this area, 137. So we can study this price action, maybe use it to make better decisions in the future, just to learn who was, where was the most buying and selling happening. Really interesting stuff. That this was the line here, 137. And as you can see, once the bulls took control here at 137, it was off to the races from then. But this drawing tool is just so easy and fast to use for quickly trying to study price and volume at the same time. It's a fixed range volume profile. Any point in time, click your starting point, click your ending point, and it will just instantly analyze that data for you. All right, let's zoom out. Let's go back to our notes because that was one final thing that we really wanted to show you. Okay, we can check this off. Fixed range volume profile. Okay, number 8, public library search. This is a favorite. All right, we're going to press / to open up our indicators and strategies. The public library is where coders, traders, investors from around the world come together and publish their work. It could be an indicator that they coded and created themselves. It could be an indicator that they remixed and improved. Or it could be an automated strategy that they published. The public library is open to everyone. These little down and up arrows are strategies, so automated trading strategies that are being back tested. And the public library is think of it like a public library. It's all of us coming together and publishing our research, our tools for others to use. You can see the author and you can go follow them or learn more about them. You can see how many likes each indicator or strategy got. You can even look into their source code by clicking these brackets, and you can read more about this indicator or strategy. But the tip here, public library search, is actually more about something a little more important. There are thousands upon thousands of indicators and strategies in here, coded and created by traders and investors around the world. So what you want to do at times is head to the public library and just search for a keyword that you're looking for, because it's not exactly the easiest thing in the world to scroll through all of these. Yes, it's sorted by likes. You can see the most popular. Yes, you can read about the authors, but that might take some time. So let's say we're looking for a portfolio tool. We can just search portfolio, and all of a sudden, just like that, we see all of these portfolio tools in our search box, and now we can go and dive into them and start to research them, read more about them, check out their source code, add them to our chart, and just see if these tools work for us. Let's say you're looking for a more advanced stop of sorts. So you're trying to look for a way to build a better stop loss system. We just wrote stop. Here are the scripts we've published, some built-ins, but look at the public library. Stop loss and take profit example, ATR stops, RSI stops, trailing percentage stop, parabolic stop, really cool stuff that you can use and dive into and study from and learn. And that's the tip, really. So just one more time, press /, type in a keyword that you're interested in, or a tool or a framework or an indicator that you are looking for. And we did notice that there was a parabolic stop indicator. So let's search parabolic. Maybe we're looking to try to find parabolic moves. Well, if you type parabolic, look at all these indicators that cover the term parabolic. So go ahead and give that a try. And we're just going to check this off. Public library search. And by the way, this is our tips for using TradingView video. It's one of the first ones that we've made like this, and we hope that you're enjoying it. Yes, we know we're about 20 plus minutes in, but we think if you stick around this whole time, you're going to walk away with some new ways to think about markets, to use the tools available to you, and to really take advantage of all of the work that's being done globally around markets, especially with the public library. This is really a community that you should get involved in. It's really opening up the access to markets in terms of how people are thinking about them, coding markets, remixing specific indicators or strategies, and then, of course, giving them away in some degree, because many of these are open source. So the code is available for you to study. As an example, we'll click source code, and as you can see, we see some source code here. Okay, MTF analysis, what is that? That's multi-timeframe analysis. This one's a little more complicated, and we've made some videos about this, but we will try to explain it best we can in a short period of time. So let's say we wanted to add a moving average to this Microsoft chart. Let's make this moving average a 50-day moving average. So this blue line now is a 50-day moving average. It's a 50-day moving average because we're looking at a daily chart. This is a daily chart. When we open the settings for our moving average, the length says 50. So daily chart 50 days. 50 daily, 50 days. But pay close attention to indicator time frame. It says here, same as chart, daily. We could do weekly though. So now this is a 50-week moving average on a daily chart. So now we're doing multiple time frame analysis. This is a 50-week moving average. This is a daily chart. We're looking at 2 time frames at once. Why don't we show you that one more time? And let's go into a 15-minute chart. So this is let's actually do 30 minutes. This is now a 30-minute chart of Microsoft. Each candle represents 30 minutes of trading. That's what each candle represents, 30 minutes of trading. And if we go to our moving average, right now it says same as chart, length 50. So this is a 50, 30-minute average, if that makes sense. It's the 30-minute average over the last 50, 30-minute candles. A little complicated, but watch what we do here. We double-click, and rather than doing same as chart, because it says 30 minutes, we're going to click this drop-down and click 1 day. And now we have ourselves a 50 1 day, so it's a 50-day moving average. What's the average price over the last 50 days? Click OK. So how cool is this? We have a 30-minute chart of Microsoft. This is a 30-minute chart. Each candle represents 30 minutes worth of trading. And we have, are you ready, a 50-day moving average right here, this blue line. So we're looking at two completely different time frames on one chart. Why is this important? Well, let's say you want to buy off the 50-day moving average and you don't want to set up an automated strategy, you want to watch it. Well, now you're getting this granular, detailed approach. So let's say price does come down. You'll see that on this time frame, and it's about as detailed as it gets on this 30-minute chart. It could go down to a 1-minute chart, but you get the idea. And as a quick example, maybe what we can do is, why don't we change this to, say, a 20-day moving average. There we are. So now we have this 20-day moving average blue line on a 30-minute chart. It's quite detailed, and it's pretty interesting to see, actually, because if you look here, there was something happened here. It cut right through that 20-day, and that is one interesting candle, and you can see that on the 30-minute chart. So that is multiple time frame analysis on TradingView, and we can check this off. Okay, the last thing that we're going to talk about is favorite drawing toolbar. By the way, for this last thing, we're going to delete these notes, but we really appreciate you hanging with us this whole time if you're still watching. So we're just going to go ahead and delete this. And number 10, this is the 10th tip, favorite drawing toolbar. And we're just going to do this. And now what we're going to do is delete. And we're going to delete all these because we crossed out all the text. Delete. Okay. Building a drawing toolbar with your favorite drawing tools. This is the last tip. We saved the best for last. So if you've hung around this whole video, hopefully this really helps you get started and dive further into TradingView. Let's say your favorite drawing tool is the brush. We've used the brush quite a bit in this video. And what you would do is you would head to the left side toolbar, and you would open up the menu of your favorite drawing tool. In this case, it's our geometric shapes. So we click, check it out. There's brush, and there's a star. If we click that star, this toolbar appears with our favorite tools. Maybe we want to add the path tool. We click, you see this, it adds. Watch as we favorite each of these tools and watch the toolbar just grow. Ready? So we're creating our own custom toolbar. And if we unfavorite them, watch them now disappear. So this is now our toolbar with our most used tools. And this is where it gets great, because if you're quickly analyzing price action, following markets, basically your favorite tools are always just right in front of you. See how fast we can do that now? We're just going right to our toolbar, selecting a drawing tool, and we're off. So that is the key to creating a favorites drawing toolbar. It is as simple as just clicking the star button and favoriting it and adding it to your toolbar. And by the way, this is a little excessive, but your toolbar can be as custom as you need it. Look how long this is now. But how cool is that if you master this? If you build your own custom toolbar here and become a pro at it, you always know where your favorite drawing tools are. It's just so easy to click, to switch. And if you start to really get a feel for what you're doing with your toolbar, you can just have so much fun analyzing, charting, diving into your own custom research process on the chart. Okay, we hope that you enjoyed this video. We know it was a long one, and just as a quick recap, this is everything that we went through. Tips for using TradingView. We talked about log scale charts, don't forget, right here at the bottom. Candles, previous close, double click. It says right here, color bars based on previous close. We hope that you enjoy that tip as well. Text, notes. This is a cool one right here at the bottom of your chart. We talked about sections in your watch list. If you recall, we made each of these custom sections. We broke out each asset class and then added a section there. We spoke about slash for indicators. It's just a shortcut, a hotkey on your keyboard. Just press slash right on your keyboard. We talked about the chart sharing link. It's right here. share your charts with anyone, chart in real time with your friends. Fixed range volume profile, just such an underrated drawing tool right here. In fact, we'll add that to our favorites. Public library search, one of our favorite tips is going to the public library, thinking of a keyword or tool that you're specifically looking for, and then searching for that. For example, if you are looking for for options, maybe you're an options trader, you can search options and check out how many options indicators and strategies now have been created and coded by traders and investors around the world. And you can go meet these traders and investors, see how many likes they got, see the source code, and read more. And it's really a fantastic feature for just learning more about what people are working on in markets. It is amazing the community that's being built in here. And definitely get involved and say hi to these guys as well, or women, of course. Thank them for their work. Press like, send them TradingView coins. A lot of these indicators and strategies are open source. They've taken time to code them themselves, and it's really important that you go say thank you. Multiple time frame analysis, that's an important one. We showed you that. It was probably one of the harder ones to explain. We hope you get it, though. There's more videos on our profile. Just remember, add an indicator to your chart, and it's all about this button right here, indicator time frame. Same as chart, you can change the indicator's time frame to something totally different than the actual price action on your chart. And then lastly, your favorite drawing tool, favorite drawing toolbar. Here's ours. It's long. It extends all the way across our chart. But it's easy to do, and it's just about clicking that star icon or unchecking it to remove them. So there's our 10 tips for using TradingView, something a little different for today's video. We hope you enjoyed it. We hope each of these tips helps you get started. Thank you for watching.